Alright, hello everybody. So my name is Matt. I am with Polis and Praxis Press. This is my first attempt to do a video on our process for making covers for our books. So I am just going to walk through the process I go through and we'll see how this goes. I haven't really prepped this, so this is just sort of coming into this process kind of from the beginning. We're a little bit further than the beginning for this. So we have one of our authors, Victor Fyrone. This is his first cover for his first book, Crowns of the Cosmos series. So we're working on getting book 2 up and going for release here in a couple weeks. So I'm going to work on that cover. So first thing I need to do is go over here to Atticus, where we use this to format the books that we do. So I need to find out first what the page count on this is. So we've got 294 pages over here. So I need to go over to KDP Cover Calculator. It's going to be a paperback, and black and white, and I have cream paper. Left to right, inches, and then we're going to do a 5 by 8 on this. I believe the last one, oh, let me check just a second. It's been a little bit since I worked on this one. So I need to go to, see what trim size we're using. We are using 5 by 8, okay. Alright, so back to, so we've got 5 by 8 with 294 pages. Okay, 5 by 8, 294. And I'm going to calculate dimensions. Alright, so I've got all these dimensions up here. These are going to tell me the spine cover, how much extra bleed space I need, all the information I'm going to need to make this. So I've been having some trouble, you know, this image came out, not really a wonderful artist or anything, so I use AI for a lot of image generation and then sort of tweak it from there. So I was really having trouble with, for whatever reason, the sci-fi images. So my friend found this one, likes this one, Fyrone likes the look of this, so I'm going to use this going forward. So I do need to check that this is the right, and it does not look like it's going to be the right, because it's over here at 11, so I need to resize this in Canva Pro. So let's see here. I need, full cover is 10,985 by 825. Okay, here, custom size. Okay, so we do have this. Maybe it was right. So we're going to resize the design. Okay, so these 3 vertical lines here are going to be guidelines for me to help with the spine size, to make sure that I get the spine the correct. So I'm going to move this over, and it's going to automatically snap to the middle at 5.493. So I'm going to pull up my calculator here. Right over here, so spine is 0.735 inches. That's this space right here from basically where the fold goes. And we've got the spine safe area, but I'm going to mostly work towards the fold because I want to make sure the image on the front doesn't bleed over if we have a different color on the spine or anything like that. It's got to fold at the exact right spot. So 735. So I'm going to put that in the calculator, 0.735. I actually want to divide that by 2 because I want to know how far on each side I need to go. So back to my calculator. So right here I'm at 5.493. So I'm going to add 0.376 or 3675 plus 5.493. So this is going to tell me where my right side of the spine needs to go. So 5.861 if I can get it. 5.861. We're just going to get 6.0. I tend to lean towards the left side because I'd rather it bleed into the spine than bleed into the front cover if the fold is not exactly where it needs to be. And so then, what was it, 735? Okay, so we'll take this and subtract by 0.735, and that will give me the other side over here. So 5.12, 5.12. I should probably zoom all the way into 500, 5.125. There we go, that'll work. Okay, all right, so now I have guidelines. So what's nice about this in Canva, whenever I want to move something over, it'll snap to that, which is pretty nice. Okay, so now that I have my spine ready, I need to mess with this image a little bit. We've got some nice, weird, funky AI words up here, so that's kind of cool. Except I don't want that, so I'm going to go over here into Edit, and I'm going to see if Magic Grab works first. Up here, it's going to pull those. Okay, yeah, looks like it's going to maybe do that. So I'm going to, oops, didn't want to do that. Okay, let's go back. Let's try grab text. Grab that. And there we go. Alright, so I don't like that text, so let's do that again. I haven't really used the grab text. A lot of times I'll use the magic grab, but that works pretty good. I don't know if it's going to detect any. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Let's do the magic eraser since we're all the way up here on the top. I sort of just go through different tools to see what I like and what I don't like. So let's erase that. Sometimes the erase will kind of do a little bit of a blur, but it's kind of up in the sky, so I think that's going to look fine. So we've got this image here. Not really sure. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now I need to take this image, and so we're kind of wanting to keep the same style as this one. So we've got a full scale image here with the title up at the top. Okay, so I need to, really what I need to do is be able to stretch this. I like those moons and stuff. I'm going to need to stretch this through the whole thing. We're going to see what we can get here. Okay. So I actually kind of want there to be some more space in the top. So we're going to see what Magic Expand does for us. Let's go over here. Let's get that here. Yeah, then you can definitely tell this is raw. Like sometimes things go pretty quick, sometimes don't. So using sort of an image that somebody else gives me rather than one that I've tweaked always has a little bit of adjustment to it. So let's see if we can expand just the top of this a little bit. Maybe just like, I'm sort of hoping for just some more sky. We'll see what it comes up with here. Sometimes it'll do like a weird mirror image or some different things, but if it just gives me some more of the sky, maybe some planets, I could probably work with that. Yeah. Alright, so that's not great. That's not horrible. Definitely don't need that. Okay. Not loving that. I wonder, that just may not work out. Let's cancel that. Let's try it again, but let's just go a little bit and see if it does better with less of a expand. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. I like that one, I don't like that one. Nope. So it's either this one or this one. I like those extra little stars there. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to go with that one. Alright, that gives me a little bit of extra space to work with, so I can put this in here. And let's expand this out. Snap there. Pretty centered. That'll work. Okay. I can work with that. I like it to be just a little, it looks like it's a little to the left off-centered. There's usually a little bleed to the right that cuts off, you know, just a little bit of this right side. So want to kind of keep an eye out for that. Alright, so now I actually want to, let's see if he uploaded this. Yeah, okay. So I actually want to take this image again. I kind of like this overall image. So I'm going to see about a magic grab. I wonder if I can just take him. Ooh, what if we grab all of that and we have like a background? I'm curious what it's going to do with all that. Yeah, it's not great. Let's undo that. I wonder. I kind of want to see about. I really want to isolate this guy here. So I'm wondering if I can. Just take that out. There we go. Oh, never used that one before. Foreground. I like that. Okay. Let's grab Mr. Skylord, whatever his name is. Oh, alright. That'll work. Okay. So he's gone. Boom. Alright, let's go back over here. Let's edit. I want to get rid of these. I want to get rid of this text again. Oh, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's delete it. And then one more time. This is a decent amount of like messing around with this, but it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, sometimes this goes quicker than others. It just kind of depends on the style of the cover we want to do. So, alright, so now I'm going to kind of, okay, I'm going to sort of expand this out. So this author kind of is cool with kind of a darker kind of image of stuff. So we're going to have that throne kind of take up a lot of that space, and it's pretty dark, so the text should be good. I'm wondering about that fire there for the spine. It's going to be white though. We'll see. We may have to darken it a little bit. It's a little blurry where it was removed right there, but I think with the text over it, I don't think we're gonna notice it much. So I'm just gonna slide these over a little bit so we're not hanging out. Ooh, so much. Okay. Alright, so now we've got kind of the overall. I think we'll probably mess with this a little bit. I want to see what style I used over here. I was using Nimbus. So these are filters. So look over here and I want to see what Nimbus looks like. So all these just kind of have different sort of stock colors. That's pretty cool, but it's not really fitting. Let's find Nimbus. There we go. Okay, like a little bit of a softer, and I wonder what the other side was. Use Nimbus as well, and then I think I darkened it. Okay, let's do that. So let's try this one in Nimbus. Okay, and then this one we're gonna go over here and we're actually just gonna bring down the darkness a little bit. Maybe some more shadows. And let's do some more blacks. Get it a little bit darker. In this, I actually want the sharpness a little bit. Yeah, I really want that to stand out. Okay, cool. Alright, this maybe a little bit darker. There we go. Alright. Okay, so we've got two sort of guys here. So now we need some text. So I'm going to copy this same style here from this one. Alright, because I want this is going to be 7 books, I believe, so I want them all to match style-wise, but this one is called the Sundered Dominion. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, so with this one I had a V and then I had sort of those over like that. So I'm gonna put this like there. There we go. Where was this? About a 27. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so I want this. Okay, so you wanna, if they're on the same line in Canva, it's gonna do the same size. So this allows me to do each line a different size, so I can sort of line those up like that. Okay. So I don't want to creep too close to this cover line because the book's printing always have a little crease right here. It's maybe a couple of millimeters over from where the glue connects to the front cover. So on the front and the back there's always just a little bit of a space there. So I always want to avoid getting too close to this line, and then I want to not get too close to this as well. So notice this, there's a little more space over here to the right than there is to the left. We'll see how that comes out in the wash when we actually do the previewer. Alright, so now I'm going to keep the same Fire font down here. Okay, I like it. Just make sure that is lined up. Okay. Alright. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so now I'm going to do copy that. Okay, but now I want always nice to like see if I spelled it. Crank my head over to the side, and then copy this guy here. So let's see if anybody's left actually watching this video at this point. We're kind of getting into the weeds a little bit. I do want to make sure that this is lined up, so I'm going to zoom in. This is why these guidelines are really helpful. I can line it up as close to the center as I can get, and sometimes I can get pretty picky on it not lining up exactly how I want. The see how much space that is. That looks alright. I don't want that to go too far towards the top. That gives me a little bit of space. Actually, I want to go back because I want that to be in the same spot. Okay, and I'm going to get our Polis and Praxis logo in here. Alright, and let's go ahead and get that other one, since they're already formatted with everything, just right there. And then let's go ahead and take that back text and paste it so it's locked into the same position, same font. We're going to need a new back text here. So I actually have an outline for this. It's pretty cool, kind of a King Lear setup. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy all of that just to give us the best possible. Looks like we got a book 3 in the works here. So, okay. So, to make back cover description for the book Sunbird Dominion book 2 of the Crowns of the Cosmos series by Victor. Okay. Alright, so we're on ChatGPT, so I just need to kind of tell it what I want. Gave them the back here. Okay. Alright, so this is a little bit of extra. I kind of want to maybe match the style of this. So let's go back here. Match the style of this back cover to this. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, I like it. So we're going to go in here, we're going to copy this text. We're going to go back to our text here. We're going to paste. Okay. So it's a little bit, I do want to have some spaces in here. That's a weird little space. Okay. Alright. I want to italicize the Sunday Dominion. Just checking. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to obviously bleed too much down, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of room over here, and a little bit of room over here. And we're actually going to make this a little bit smaller overall. Let's try, well, I can move it, no, we'll keep it, I might move it up a little bit. Okay, go line it up with that. Okay, that's actually not too bad. There should be enough room for a barcode, but we're going to move this to, just to give myself a little bit of extra space. Okay. 11.7, that gives us a look. Just want to see what that looks like. Big screen. Okay, Sunday Dominion. Alright. Let's look at how that looks. Okay. Alright, I think that's going to work decently. I do want to see where this is lining up over here. I know this is like, some people like really don't care about this kind of stuff, but I like this to line up with the letters. So these letters, I want them to kind of line up really well right there. So, right there. Alright. Okay, I think we're, ooh, almost messed up there. This is book 2. Okay, don't want 2 book 1s. Alright, I think that's gonna work for this. So now, I think we're set up for that cover. So I think the next step, once we go through, is adding it to KDP to do everything from there. That may be a separate video though. I think this one's gone long enough. So thanks if you have spent the time watching this. Once again, I'm Matt with Polis and Praxis Press, and I appreciate your time.